There we go. Got my headphones plugged out. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. No complaints. You ready to get this started?
I'm ready.
All right. It's Island Vibes with Tropix International Sounds, YonniRude boy, Swisher Sweet, and checking in on the Virtual Celebrity Hotline, the one and only Shenseea. How you doing?
Shenseea. I'm good. What's up?
I'm good. You know, it's funny. I was going to actually introduce you that way, and I was like, I'll probably sound really bad saying it.
Try it.
Shenseea.
Nah, you got it. You got it. You on key.
No, okay, because, you know, there's a reason why I play music and don't sing music, right?
It's good. You still got the ear for it.
Now, you do a whole lot, because you don't just sing, you don't just DJ, you do a whole lot. Was that the case from the very beginning, or is this certain skills you learned as you went along?
Nah, it was the case from the very beginning. I grew up around all types of music, all genres. So I guess I kind of adapt on each stage. So since I was young, I used to listen to a lot of R&B and pop. Then throughout my high school years, it was strictly just dancehall and soca and all that. So I guess I just grew into them, actually.
So if I had to ask you about a favorite artists in those genres, you know, R&B, hip hop, soca, and dancehall.
Everything. I actually do have a favorite artist from each genre, because when I listen to them, they're probably the most that I listen to when I'm listening to that type of genre. So
who would it be?
For which one?
All right, let's start with R&B. Let's go down the list. R&B.
I actually love Escape, and I love Whitney Houston, and I used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson when it comes down to pop, Rihanna for sure, and Chris Brown, and Usher.
Yeah. You see, you couldn't even name just one. You had to go down the list. Right?
I'm telling you, I listen to so many. I'm telling you.
I always like to say soca is my first love, so I'll have to find out who's your favorite soca artist.
Keys. I love Keys. I love him. Even up until now, I think he's actually one of the most outstanding soca artists to me. So I had to have a collab, and he's doing so well.
You've done quite a few collabs too over the years. And in this short period of time, you've had some major collabs along the way.
God is great.
Should I ask you who's your favorite to work with?
I haven't worked with them yet.
Let's go ahead and talk it into existence. Who is that person?
Definitely Rihanna. She gotta give my song before she go. I'm telling you.
I saw somewhere you said that you want to be as big as Rihanna anyway.
She's ever since I was young. I think she was my first musical inspiration. I've been listening to her from her very first song came out, and so I followed her career up until this day. And you know, to see her venturing in other businesses is just crazy to me. It's like watching her evolve in so many different ways. So I do respect her as an artist and as a person entirely.
That's great. I love the fact that you're not looking at it just from the artist standpoint, but what she's done past that at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's go back to the name Shenseea. So how did you come up with the name Shenseea?
The etymology of Shenseea came from my real name, which is Shenseea. So my real name is Shenseea, but we had a lot of persons in dancehall with the name Chin. And you know, if we want to be outstanding, then we can't have the same name. We can't have any ordinary name. You get me? So I loved my name because it's so unique. So I didn't want to stray too far from it. So it was either going to be Shenseea or Shenseea. We typed in Shenseea with CHEN in Google, and a lot of persons came up. We did Shenseea and no one came up. So I'm like, that's it.
There can be only one.
Yep. And from there on then, it's just straight fire.
So now, you know, it's become the thing to name your fans, and your fans have a name too.
Shen Yengs.
How'd you come up with that name?
Smooth. Well, my brother Ding Dong, my musical brother, he's in my team. He's on my team. He came up with a song called Shen Yeng. It's about bikes in Jamaica, and it's actually a dance. So when we first came out, he was like fooling around and say, "Yo, what you name Shenseea? Shen Yeng, you for name, you know." Me, I say Shen Yeng, but Ding, you came with that name long ago. Like, we don't start push out with Shenseea already. We can't change that right now. So all along, I was looking for something to call my supporters because I didn't like calling them fans. I was looking for something to call them, and I was like, at one point, I was calling them seashells. And when I put it out, they were like, nah, that ain't it. We don't want to be called by that name. So I said, all right, I'm going to try Shen Yeng. It didn't really stick. But when it really stick was when I wrote a song dedicating it to them. I wanted to write a song that made them feel empowered, made them feel confident. You get me? When them hear it and them sing it, them feel bad, mad, get crazy. So that was Shen Yeng anthem, and that was the one that actually solidified my place in the industry. And from there on, then everybody has a Shen Yeng.
That's when I'll be honest. That's a song that really put you on my radar. I was like,
yeah, you see.
I'm glad you didn't do Seashell Anthem though, because that just wouldn't have sounded the same though.
It would have been wet though.
Then again, that could have fit. Ding Dong being the dancer that he is, have you learned? And you know, he's your musical brother, your artist brother. Has he taught you any of the dance moves though?
Of course, he has taught me dance moves. I mean, he's such a great dancer. I can never dance like him for sure. But yeah, he's taught me his moves. And what I respect about him is people like me that aren't really dancers, he still puts hope in them with his songs and with his music. Everybody feels like a dancer when they hear Ding Dong music.
Yes. So
I feel like that's very important, because when you make music that makes people feel good, that's where the real achievement is in music.
You posted a clip of Romeich talking about your work ethic, you know, from your time as a promo girl and how it translated to you as an artist, which makes me want to ask, like, what drives you to work that hard?
The passion that I have and my son. Definitely, because I've always had a passion for music, but it was until I gave birth to my son, I was like, I was shy before. So when I gave birth, I was like, I don't even care about nobody. I'm going out there. I'm doing this. I was singing in front of 1 million people if I have to. I have the passion for it, but also the drive and the motivation now is so different because of my baby.
Bet you people don't believe when you tell them you're shy, huh?
Nah. Nah. I would say I'm really shy now because of the support I'm getting. It makes me feel so comfortable. Right. As I said before to my Shen Yengs, I find comfort in their love. So every time I go out on a stage or something and I know they're out there, it just makes me want to have fun than just think about what I'm doing.
So one of the things that he was talking about, Romeich was talking about in that clip that you posted, was about the first time you went to the studio. And he was like, yeah, that's cool, but we need to go do some more work. And
yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about what happened, he said, okay, we need to find somebody, we got some work to do. And yet you wrote the song yourself, went back to the studio, didn't tell him. What was going through your mind and what was that process like?
Well, it was the fact that I was now presented with an opportunity. I used to go around producers and I would try to get them to, you know, like teach me and be my mentor or anything to get me in the music industry. But they always seemed that they wanted to take a different route with me, which is something sexual. And that was not what I was interested in. And being the fact that I met this person, Romeich, and he is giving me the opportunity to be an artist without any strings attached apart from business. I really respected that, and I couldn't let that get away from me because I was like, God placed him in my life for a reason. So it's either I'm going to work to get it or I'm just going to back down and let this opportunity pass. And I didn't. I knew what I wanted and I didn't have to do anything that I didn't want to do to get it. And I felt like that in itself was such a blessing to know that I was presented with somebody like that to give me that push without any of that being involved. So that's what I did, and it worked out for the better. For the best, as a matter of fact, because we are here now.
Exactly.
Both still working together.
What's crazy is there's so many people who would have taken that comment he made and go, oh, we have some more work to do, and just go, it's not going to happen and be defeated. But no, you kicked it into overdrive.
Nah, because actually when I even just started, Jiggle Jiggle was my first song that I've ever recorded in life. And I couldn't do it the first day. And he was like, boy, just go on home. And tomorrow, the next day, I came and I delivered that song. I was like, nah, that ain't it. And I wasn't about to give up. And even up until now, where I am, I'm not where I want to be. So I still can't give up.
Now, you've also said before that there were a lot of people who tried to steer you away from music, including family. Why?
because they felt like, my mom for one, she felt like it was a hard goal to achieve, because she's old and she's been on the earth for how long, and of course she may come across artists that wanted to be that next artist, and it just didn't happen. So I felt like she judged me based off that, but I came and she was alive to see that I proved her wrong, and then she started supporting everything I did. And it was just, I don't know, once you see the vision for yourself, I don't think that you should be turned away by other people, because at the end of the day, when you stick and stay true to your dreams, that's how you influence people to believe in you. It all starts with you believing in yourself. So that's what I did. And God believed in me, and I believe in God too. So it's just like a win-win, Jesus.
It's so true. It's almost like me asking you, well, what would you be doing if you weren't doing music? The answer would be music.
Yeah, I'll still be doing music, because, as I said, I had the passion for it long ago. I've been singing all my life, in churches, in my office, in schools, in classes. I've been singing, and there's not a day that I can go without singing.
Right.
I almost got fired from my job just for singing. Mm-hmm.
And look at you now.
And look at me now. And look at me now. I'm telling you, even now, I still gotta be thinking about music every single day, but it doesn't feel like work because of how much I love my job.
Right. Now, I saw this thing of you on what was it, Fuse TV, cooking steamed fish and crackers with Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's your favorite food to cook, or is there something else that's your specialty dish?
No, my special dish for me is, I'm actually venturing a lot of dishes, making my own sauces and stuff. So I'm just going with the flow as I go, but I just love to cook entirely. So apart from Shenseea and Shen Yeng, I'm actually Chefsea too. A Chefsea. I like to cook stewed chicken, but steamed fish is like my easiest meal to prepare. And I love fish. I love seafood. So I do it on a regular too.
Now, I will say, so for somebody who doesn't cook fish, that you said it's an easy thing to do. That was a lot of preparation to get that dish cooked.
Nah. I mean, yeah, it looked long, but I don't know. Well, as I said, once you love it, it's kind of easy to me, because I love cooking too. I love food. I love food porn. I love eating. So for me, cooking to me, it relaxes me on top of it too. So I love to bake. I love to cook. I love the finished products. I love the preparation of it, mise en place, everything. I don't know. I still find it easy to me, because at the end of the day, it makes my mouth water. And my team and my family love it when I cook too. So the fact that I'm still doing something else that makes people happy, I know, it's just effortless.
Nice. Now, last time we saw you on stage was Taste of Sumfest. How was that experience for you in both ways, as a virtual event, and I'm assuming it was sort of therapeutic for you as well too?
It was my first time going back on stage since the passing of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest, my head wasn't really clear. And so I just went out there and I didn't prepare for it at all. If I had known that it was that big, trust me, y'all would have get a different Shenseea. But I feel like God knew what he was doing, and me just going out there and just doing what I could at that time, it was enough because of what I was going through at the time. So I didn't really like it. That's one, because it was my first online performance, and it was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
I got used to it after a couple performances, but being that the fact that it was my first, it was like it was the vibes of it was not the same, because nobody was there apart from the camera crew, and they ain't cheering, they're doing their work. So it's like you literally have to be on the stage hyping up your own self. But as I said, what's done is done, and all you can do is move from it, learn from experiences. And yeah, I did, because after that I tore up every online show I had.
Well, I will say it showed a lot of strength, and I know your supporters and just dancehall fans overall were very appreciative of seeing you on stage.
They were.
I don't think anybody expected to see you on that stage.
No, they didn't. They actually, I wasn't even booked for the official Sumfest, and I showed out to the online Sumfest. So I feel like they were really surprised, and they did show me a lot of love. So I just have to big up my Shen Yeng straight.
Yeah. And, you know, I will say this too. I always like to say Caribbean people do it better. And online shows, I've seen other genres try to do online shows, and none has been better than watching, first of all, Taste of Sumfest and any dance hall or reggae artist performing online, because it
I'm
doesn't matter.
telling
It could
you.
be like we used to say to the dance hall all the time, whether it's 5 or 500.
Listen, I'm telling you, we really do got the flavor in every way. For sure. For sure.
Well, I see now you're back on the road, and I noticed even what was that? Atlanta was the one that was all packed, and I see they had you
Yeah.
socially distanced from the crowd, but that crowd
Yeah.
wasn't socially distancing. How's it feel to be
Nah.
back in front of the
I
crowd?
still went over that railing because I like to be close to my Shen
Yeah,
Yeng family. I don't like to be barred off from them. It's just
right.
not the same. I just feel distant. You get me? So I still jumped over that bar. But that show, the first show going back in, was amazing. I will never forget it. I mean, they showed me so much love, so many roses, so many gifts. It was just, actually, I think that this year, that break, I think I needed it, because now coming back on the road is like a different Shenseea and a different crowd.
Is it a different appreciation for the Shen Yengs now, and the support that they give?
Yep, it's different. It's more heartfelt.
Right. Notice that what we're seeing here, the beef with Jada Kingdom, it's done now.
Yeah. I mean, from on my side, honestly, there was no beef. You get me? There was no beef on my side. So she came out and she did her thing and said what she had to say, and then all of a sudden she dropped it. So.
Oh, good. Yeah. And I guess there's a rumor out there that you guys are working on a song together. Any truth to that?
Nah, there's no truth to that.
All right, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. No, definitely, maybe in the future, of course.
Yeah.
But I'll never say never. That's
Right.
not my style. And I appreciate and I respect every artist, even when they don't like me. So I wouldn't say never.
One of the things I like to do is Tropix wordplay, where I'm going to name one of your songs and you tell me something about that song. Okay, whether it's a hidden story behind it, hidden meaning, an unknown story, anything. The reason you wrote the song. Let's start with, of course, the first song, Jiggle Jiggle.
Jiggle Jiggle, I had to prove myself with that one. That was going to be my first single out. I had to show them that, hey, this is me. I'm really have my lyrics. I put lyrics and a punchline in every line of that song, yet still tried to make the chorus as repetitive as possible.
Indeed. Look, for a first song, you couldn't tell me that was actually the first song you ever recorded. Cause
yeah. And actually that probably was my third song I've ever written.
Wow. It's amazing. This one, I'm sure, has gotten a lot of feedback, the Side Chick song.
I went through that experience. So I wrote about it. I felt like I had to be vocal about it because I know that there are many women out there going through the same situation. You get me? So I definitely did not write that song for myself only. I put it out there. I felt like I knew what was going to become of it. And so it did. It exceeded my expectations. And I also lived up to them as well. Because, it went well. Everybody was talking about it. It was on #1 trending for almost a month. So, yeah. It's just, as I said, when you make the music that, people can relate to and feel good about, that's when you really win.
Yeah, exactly. What about Love I Got For You?
Love I Got For You is co-written. That song was co-written. I mean, they sent me the song. I was like, nah, I had to kill this nigga. So I did the verses and I was like roasting him. But there was no set, like, I didn't went through anything like that to say, oh, I'm going to write this song. And that actually exceeded my expectations because I didn't expect that song to hit. That was my first singy song that I did, and it's now considered as a classic, but I did not believe in it.
But it's always the ones you don't think about that actually do a lot more than you expect. What about Foreplay?
Oh, let me tell you, Foreplay is one of my favorites from myself. I told my whole team, like, I started writing that song without a beat. I was in New York in the lobby checking in from my room. And I told my team that, hey, I'm going to write that specific type of song. And they were looking at me like, you're going to write that song? How is it going to work? I'm like, yo, just watch me. And I did that. And up until now, I can't stop boasting about it to them because they didn't believe in it. And I came out and showed them otherwise. And no, everybody loved that song. It's actually one of the songs that I actually detailed everything about what I like.
So you wrote out the cheat code for somebody. So
Yeah, it's true. For men who don't know what they're doing, listen, that's a guide.
Look, everybody's going back to listen to that song right now. Hold on, let me get my pen and paper and get some notes.
Foreplay for sure. You gotta hold on. Let's take our time.
Exactly. What about Good Comfort?
Good Comfort. I was trying a different style. I mean, I did Tie Me Up, which is a bit soothing, and I felt like I need another song like that. I needed another song like that, and so I did. If you notice the style of that song, I only put one verse on it. You get me? So I wrote it really weird. For the first part, it was like a pre-chorus, and then we had the chorus, and then after that, it was just one long-ass verse. Then back into the chorus, and then it was gone. And it worked. I don't think anybody really realized what I did. And so that was a good part of it, because, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, you put one verse on Good Comfort, because they were also complaining that it was short. Same as Temptation Overdrive, just one verse.
So you like taking chances when you're writing as well, too.
I feel like you shouldn't subject yourself to one type of writing. I feel like even if you listen to even Vibes Cartel say, hold me like you never see me again, that's like on loop for almost the whole entire song. I feel like when you express yourself in so many different ways, it's something that people can look out for because it's so different. Nobody likes to hear the same thing over and over and over again.
Very true. One of my favorites, I would say, is Blessed.
Yeah. That song was co-written too. I got to big up Theron on that one. He helped me write that song, because I could have never written a song with one word repeating. I'm a type of person, I'm the type of writer that's hard on myself. So I can't repeat myself too much time. You get me? So I had to big him up for that one, man. He really did it.
You probably question,
It's
okay,
like
how many times do you want me to say blessed again?
Yeah, it's like a ding dong too. They're really good at what they do.
Yeah. What about Rolling with Sean Paul?
Rolling, we did that song. We finished that song 5 a.m. in the morning. We were in the studio all night. I don't remember the vibes though. Of course, me and Sean Paul, we rap good together. But I can't really say how it was, because it was such a long time ago. I know I was shooting the video though, it was crazy, but the fact that Sean Paul actually looked on me as an artist that was still upcoming, and it still gave me that respect and gave me that chance to collaborate with him, it was amazing to me. And up until now, I still have respect for him. We still talk on the phone and everything. He's such a good person.
Nice. What about Shore Shore?
Shore Shore was co-written by me and Theron too, produced by Rushan. It's not one of my favorites, but it's a cool song for sure. So we still put it out there, and we still did our thing, and it's just been going. Who loves it, loves it. Who likes it, like it. Who don't.
What about this latest collab with Taurus Riley, Lighter?
Listen, oof, one of my favorites right now. I mean, I knew that I could sing, but I feel like I shook everybody because they didn't feel like I had those major keys in me. And I don't know what they're going to say about the album, because the album is going to be crazy. That song was teamwork. When I say teamwork, I mean teamwork, and it actually played off between myself, Taurus Riley, and Rushan. The chemistry for making that song was awesome. I'm telling you, we did that song a good while, and then we listened it back, and Rushan flew to Jamaica after like 2 weeks, and we fixed what needed to be fixed. We shot the video. I was so tired. We shot the video. I almost turned down the video shoot, to be honest, because I had a couple of videos to shoot from before. So I did that video super tired, and it came out amazing. So I had to big up myself for that, because really and truly, sometimes you just need to give yourself the extra push to make things work. And that's what I did on that song.
I will say, yeah, I've heard you sing on other songs before, but this is the one I went, oh, she can sing.
Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned the album, so when can we expect it?
We don't have a set date. I do have the name though. The name is Eleanor. Mm-hmm. It's named after my mom. It means God is light, and I put God in every single thing I do. And being the fact that my mom passed She listened every song on my album. She loved it. So I couldn't find a name for it. And as soon as she died, I was like, yo, I don't even need to give this a second thought. This is the name of my album and this is what it's going to be. And to know that the meaning meant that is super special to me as well.
I love it. I love it. And I know she was super proud of you and is with you every step of the way now too. So
yeah, I miss her.
I know you do. She is at Shenseea on social. Shenseea, thank you very much for checking in with us and much success. Stay safe out there. I mean, I know you want to get close to Shen Yeng, but at least, 6 feet, mask up,
As Buju say, who fi die, go and die, and who fi live, go and live. I stand with him on that, brother. We don't take care of ourselves for sure, but to get over our heads and let this virus put us down, no, that's not me.
I feel you.
But yeah, I'm staying safe. Thank you.
All right, thanks again for checking in.
Thank you. Big up later.
Easy.